Hey guys, Phoenix Liberty Rain. So I want to do a little video because this morning on my fitness show, which I do on Facebook, we were talking about the time of year and the fact that people are just really on it now. I'm getting loads of inquiries from women, because I work with mostly women, for diets and fitness plans, because the weather's nice, there's lots of holidays coming up, it's bank holidays, half term, some holidays, whatever. People have got events and they're probably not in the shape that they thought they would be at this point in time. And so you get it from both ends of the spectrum. With current clients, even the ones I've been working with, for a fair amount of time, they'll want to dramatically cut their calories. And with new inquiries, it's always, can you create me an excruciating diet and exercise program that is going to get me in this shape in 3 weeks' time? And my response is, the last thing you need right now is a diet, right? Because if you think about it logically, diet and exercise are actually really easy things to do. So I'd imagine you have been on plenty of diets in your life and you know how to put a diet into practice. You just need to cut out the junk, eat healthily, make sure you're eating your proper meals, and not overdoing it on the snacks and the alcohol and everything else, right? Same with exercise, really. I mean, exercise is a little bit more complicated, but essentially all you're doing with exercise is you're increasing the energy deficit that you've already created by food. So in terms of weight loss, it could be, following some videos on YouTube. It could be as simple as putting on a pair of trainers and going for a walk every day, to increase your steps. So those two things are really easy to do. So why is it then that we find it really hard to stick to a diet and stick to an exercise plan? Because we're intelligent human beings, right? We have the ability to think about this logically. Why can't we apply it? Well, think about it this way. If you were in a bubble, like one of those shows, like The Biggest Loser or something like that, it'd be really easy to do all this stuff because everything's done for you. So you've got a chef that does all your meal prepping, all your food's calorie counted for you, all your meals prepared in advance. You don't have access to other stuff, and you've got a trainer who is literally on your back, literally shouting at you to do stuff and making you get stuff done. So you're going to lose weight, whatever. But in reality, we have competing priorities, and this is where people fall down. So most of my women are busy career women. They have things like work deadlines, new projects. They might have client events where they have to entertain people. They've also got active social lives, so they like to go out with family and friends. They like to have a glass of wine in the evening. They've got things going on with kids and birthday parties and holidays and all that kind of stuff. And they don't want to feel like they're missing out, because missing out on meaningful experiences makes life miserable. And as human beings, our prime goal in life is for self-fulfillment. That is what we need. We crave self-fulfillment. So if we're not experiencing fun, enjoyment, security, love, all of those things, if we're not experiencing all of those things that come with self-fulfillment, then we're not going to stick to that process. And that is why people can't stick to a diet or exercise program, because they don't plan for it properly. Now, most clients will say, okay, if I'm going to start a new diet program or fitness program, then I'm going to clear my calendar. I'm not going to go out. I'm not going to speak to anyone. I'm not going to eat the same foods as my family. And it's going to be a really tough process. Hence, it doesn't happen. So the key here is strategy, and this is what I do with my clients. We map the terrain. So before we even look at a diet, before we even look at an exercise program, we need to understand the terrain and understand the environment that the client is working in. So we look at things like social environment. We look at things like work commitments. We look at things like physical recovery. Does the client sleep well? Are they hydrated well? What other things have they got going on with their health? What other commitments do they have in terms of weekends away? All of that stuff. And once you've got a clear picture of what you're working with, the environment and the terrain and the map of what you're working in, at only that point can you start to create a diet and exercise program that is going to work. And I think this is what people don't understand. A list of foods is not a diet, is not a strategy. A diet plan, that's not a strategy. A gym membership is not a strategy. Even an exercise program, like a well thought out program, that is not a strategy. It's just something that you can apply if you choose, or don't apply if you choose not to. Okay, a strategy looks at all of the other things going on around it. It looks at your emotional needs. It looks at the way that you deal with stress. It looks at the way that you respond to exercise. How does fatigue from and soreness from exercise impact on your ability to function in everyday life? Does dieting create brain fog? Does it create confusion? Are there points in your day where you need an energy boost because you've got a big piece of work to get through? So those things need to be considered in any client program. The successful outcomes are the ones that have considered the whole picture, looked at the terrain, mapped it out, broken it down to process goals, looked at the key obstacles that are going to occur, and created strategies for each of those events, so that when the client comes to them, they can just pluck something out of a toolbox and they've immediately got something that is usable, that is applicable in real life, that will get them through that point. So it becomes very easy and step-by-step process. So that's what I do. Hope you find that interesting. We'll be talking about more about strategy later on in the week. So if it's something that resonates with you, tune in to my LinkedIn or my Facebook, because I do my show on there, and we'll discuss it in more detail. If you've got any questions, just send me a message and we can chat. Okay, I'm Phoenix, and I will see you later in the week. Bye.